Hi everybody, welcome to Caroline's Craft Adventures. Today I'm going to show you a quick run through of some junk journal starter kits that I created. I'm really proud of these. These are super cute. I love how they turned out. I just want to show you basically, kind of run through really fast. You will get a version of everything you see, okay? So like not all the stickers will be the same. Not all the papers will be the exact same, but you will get a version of this kit, okay? And I've got 10 of them. They will be available in my Etsy shop called From Charlotte's Attic. And so you'll be able to see those here and probably later today. And I just wanted to show you, kind of do a quick flip through. There's some fun paper, lots and lots of fun things in here. And that's why I wanted to share it with you. You will get, a lot of this is vintage, like really, it is vintage stuff. This is airmail envelopes, lots and lots of envelopes in here, different styles and sizes and stuff. You'll get a couple of these bags that you can recycle and reuse. This is one of my favorite places to go, Paper Source. I love all their stuff. They have some really good quality paper and stuff there. So some of it's one of a kind. It's really neat. So that's just one of my places that I go. So you'll find a lot of the bags in here too. And then there's some stickers. There's some two different kinds of gems. One of them is kind of iridescent. The other one is more jewel tone gems. There's string of beads. There's some sparklies that you can cut in half or cut into pieces or just use them as is. There's bulb pins. There's charms. There's vintage buttons. This one happens to have a piece of vintage velvet in there. And then there's a whole bunch of bulb pins all on these various ribbons in here so that you can make your own little add-ons. These right here, this is a piece of a wooden yardstick that I've cut up into pieces because I wanted to make some other stuff with it. These are ribbon roses, and you'll see how big they are. Look how big they are. These are awesome. I really like how these are because I've used them in so many different projects. They're just adorable. Let's see if I'm going to bring this over here. So there's like 2 bags full of stuff. And, another envelope. And a blank tag in here. And there's many blank tags throughout here. These are actual color transparencies from way back. They're probably about 50 years old. What I've done with a lot of them is I've opened them up and ended up putting like pictures of leaves and flowers, butterflies, what have you. And then you put your little grommet thing in there. And you can hang them up and put them on the side of your journal. So that's something fun to do with those. Here's copies of stamps, little stickers. This is vintage. This is just paper strips that you can do whatever you want. These are scorecards. These used to be old scorecards. I love these. These are kind of cool. These are also vintage. These are tea-stained tea packets. They're little tea bags. So you can use those. I've used these a lot. They look great in your junk journals. They're just wonderful. Lots of uses for those. But I'm just going to kind of go through and skim. And everything comes in one of these vintage folders. All these vintage folders I rescued, and I thought these would be wonderful to use as a junk journal, a cover. And as you see, there's all kinds of stuff in here. You'll get doilies and paper, and here's more envelopes. Here's seed packet copies. Here's some tickets, all kinds of different color tickets. Here's some, these are coin holders. I don't even know. A lot of this stuff I don't know that you'll find in other spots. These are from my collection of things that I've collected. I just love paper, and I like all different kinds of little doodads, so I collect them all. This says quarters on it, so at a bank you would get a roll of quarters. Okay, so these are old as well. These are very vintage. There's some playing cards in here, lots of different playing cards that I put in here. This ribbon, I love this ribbon. This is Hallmark ribbon, and the width, this is almost 3 inches wide. It's very wide, okay, which is very rare, and it's in really good condition. There is one piece of this in all of these, and it's almost at least a foot long. It's pretty long, but it's just beautiful. You can use it like this, which I have. I've used it in my journals, or you can just use it just like that for whatever, or cut it up into pieces. There's also origami paper, and I like this origami. This was cool because this looks like something you could just even use your colored pencils to color these with, which is so fun. I mean, that's just something you could, so you can color coordinate your journal, you know. There's also plenty of book pages. This book was from 1897, so those are very vintage. There's some doilies. There's some carbon paper. I don't know if you're familiar with carbon paper, but carbon paper, back in the day, you would lay it the black side down, put another piece of paper on top of it, and then you would type on it, draw on it, and then the image was transferred onto the paper underneath. Okay, so that's carbon paper. So that's in here. There's some more writing paper. There's accountant paper in here. Lots and lots of bunch of accountant paper, just because I had so much, and it's the real thing. It's vintage accountant paper. And when I say that, the reason I say this is because it's very long. You know what a spreadsheet looks like? Well, this was the original spreadsheet. See how long that is? They had to have those to do their numbers on, so that's why ledgers are usually very long. So anyway, I got that from an accountant, and it's vintage paper. I just love that. And then there's some little cardboard, printed cardboard. This paper, I put a lot of this paper in here. Everybody gets some of this brown paper. I created in a different video some wrapping paper. I stamped this craft paper, and I wrapped gifts in it. So just a cool, fun idea that I have. You'll look, if you look at my another video that I did, you'll see I show how to do it. It's just very simple, but it's just a nice way to reuse this paper and recycle it, and it looks beautiful. There's just more cardstock, more paper. Everybody gets a version of this. This is a paper napkin, and of course you could do all kinds of things with this, with your Mod Podge. And there's some more, like I said, there's more paper. There's so much stuff. These were so fun to make, I have to tell you. And there's more, there's bags and more stuff. So I just love all the colors and everything in here. Oh, and everybody gets a bingo card. The vintage bingo cards are in here, the tickets. This is another paper napkin that I put, but it's got the Union Jack in there. And there's a piece of felt. Everybody gets some felt. You get like 4, 5, 6 sheets of this book paper. Of course, the carbon paper. Oh, and this is another one. This is fun. This is, let's see if I can get to it. There it is. I put acetate in here as well. Everybody gets one sheet of one color. You'll get either red, blue, green, or yellow. And it's acetate. So that's also vintage Xerox acetate foam. So you can do whatever you like with that. I made a cool Halloween book out of that. Used it in a Halloween book, and that is also in my Etsy shop from Charlotte's Attic, so you can look for it in there. Tons and tons of stuff, guys. I just like how this really came together. And please like and subscribe and comment below if there's something else that you think I should put in here. Oh, and I am going to actually put some beads in here that will go into the bag, into one of these bags. It'll be a reusable bottle, and it will be some other beads and stuff that you can use in your journal. You can make little danglies for your journal. See, look how pretty that paper is. Isn't that beautiful? I just love how pretty the paper is in these. Just gorgeous. Just love it, love it, love it. So, yeah, please like and subscribe to Caroline's Craft Adventures, and let me know your thoughts, and look for these little kits in my Etsy shop. And my Etsy shop is called From Charlotte's Attic. But thanks again for joining me today, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.